Helen Spoor, and welcome to Unique Homes, the show that takes you on an insider's tour of some of the most interesting homes in Franklin County, Florida. We're here in the historic town of Apalachicola in the Florida Panhandle, located at the mouth of the Apalachicola River. Apalachicola is a charming town with a rich history. It's a great place to both live and to visit. Today, we're at a lovely home called Grandview, located at 115 Bay Avenue. This magnificent home is built on high ground across the street from Apalachicola Bay and features terrific views. Grandview is situated on 3 city lots. It has 3 bedrooms and 3 1/2 baths and has approximately 3,600 square feet of heated and cooled space. The house features a grand dining room, numerous sitting areas, a carriage house, lovely gardens, and it even has an observatory. Joining us today is Anna Maria Canatilla. Anna Maria is a recent resident of Apalachicola and has experience and a master's degree in design history. She's enthusiastic about the variety of architectural styles found here in this seaside town. Anna Maria, the style of this house is a little bit unusual for Apalachicola. What can you tell us about it?
It is, Helen. The style of this home is called Second Empire. You don't really see it much in the South. It's more common in the United States, more common in the Northeast. It's a style that disseminated from France. It's named after the Second Empire of Napoleon III. The characteristic of Second Empire style is the mansard roof, and that's what we see here at Grandview in Apalachicola. And Helen, what I mean by mansard roof is it's a, roof structure which is more rectangular in configuration. It has a slight pitch, and it's characteristic with dormers. What this does in the interior of the space is it really opens up the interior, because the mansard roof is the second floor in this house, and these dormers really make that space very expansive.
Like this house might have been built in 2 phases. Do you know anything about the history of the construction?
It was, absolutely. The actual original house here actually stopped right here before the tower. So everything that you see from this wall on the porch here over, the mansard roof over, is the original structure. About 9 years ago, the owner increased the size of the house by a lot, substantially, by adding all of this to the left, including the tower. But she did so perfectly. It really calls attention to the original style, and improves it so.
Yeah. Architecturally, towers were a pretty common feature in seaside towns. What were some of the purposes?
They were, Helen. Here, particularly in Apalachicola, we see some homes, Victorian homes, with widow's walks and whatnot. And that name, Widow's Walk, is something that denotes seaside town, captains out to sea, their wives waiting for them to come home, and many times they were left widows if their husbands were out in terrible weather.
What about, you mentioned you had some old pictures. Tell me about the pictures.
I do have old pictures of this home that shows the view taken from the water and looking back at this home. There was actually a second cottage that was placed right here.
Where the addition was?
Where the addition was.
Okay.
There was the original home here, a second cottage before the alleyway here, which is very interesting. When you look at the photograph, you certainly don't think there's enough room for 2 homes before you get to the alleyway, but this addition is quite something, so I guess there was room.
We're here inside Grandview, and we're standing in what was the living room in the original structure, and there's a lot of unique features to look at here.
There is, Helen. The former owner used this as the dining room because it melds so perfectly with the kitchen behind us. Here in this room, we have a beautiful command of space, elevated ceilings, Beautiful fireplace, which was probably coal burning at that time. I believe the original mantel used to be, it was oak. It's since been painted really beautifully and sort of ebonized.
One of the things I like about this room is the fact they've mixed some modern features like the chandelier with the historic features, and I think it works very well.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It really.
The hardwood floors are wonderful in this house.
They are, Helen. And we do have the original hardwood floors, the heart pine in the hallway. Of course, this is the original structure right here. This is the addition, and it matches perfectly with the beautiful pine planks we see here in the new addition. Beautiful cherry, beautiful colors.
I'm amazed at the attention to architectural detail and particularly the historical aspect of it here in the new addition.
Yes, Helen, they did a wonderful job here in the new addition. In particular, the ceilings in the new addition, in this room, and this dining area here, are all planks. It's so wonderful to see that. You know, the wood planks painted, mimics the flooring, and in the back kitchen as well, there is lots of tongue and groove pine, and I think that picks up with all of this very nicely.
Okay, and then we've got the fireplace.
And the fireplace was done, milled, I'm sure, with the same wood from the floors here, and it really matches beautifully.
Okay. We're upstairs in one of the bedrooms here at Grandview, and it's amazing to see the architectural features that we saw on the outside, how they play out inside with the space.
It is, Helen, and here in the second floor, we see that mansard roof again in this concave wall that is reflecting the mansard roof on the outside, and these beautiful dormers, which there are just oodles of them in this house. In this room alone, there's 3. So lots of light all the time in this home.
Now we're over in the new addition of the house, and again we have dormer windows.
We do, Helen, and here is a double dormer that we noticed from the outside. It lets beautiful light into this bedroom. It's a great place to sit and read if you so choose, and of course you can see Apalachicola Bay and the bridge to St. George Island, all right there on a clear day.
Wonderful. It's extremely dramatic.
It is. It is.
In addition to all the square footage inside the main house at Grandview, we've even got a great carriage house. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
We do, Helen. The carriage house probably dates close to the home, the original home. It sits on the alleyway, which is perfect. There's an opening in the back, large doors for carriages to come in and out. And for the modern owner, it would be just a beautiful guest house. You know, it could be renovated into a beautiful guest cottage for your guests to stay.
Wonderful. Well, Anna Maria, thank you so much for joining us today. You've been a wealth of knowledge. I really appreciate you helping me out.
Thank you, Helen. It's been a pleasure.
I love the landscaping and garden areas here at Grandview. They provide a haven for birds and butterflies on their annual migration, as well as year-round beauty. I hope you've enjoyed your tour of Grandview on Bay Avenue in Apalachicola, Florida. I'm Helen Sporer, and I'll see you next time on Unique Homes.